Hey there, IOD community. Jonathon here. The fall winter collection has just dropped and I'm super excited to get all kind of creative with the new products. So let's dive into the project. So let's take a look at today's project. I've decided to go with a bowl because I want to create not a fruit bowl, a vegetable bowl with seasonal veg, some gourds, some pumpkins, and a few other items will sit really beautiful in this bowl, which I've thrifted from a charity shop in the UK. I paid £3 for it, and I think it will make the most beautiful vegetable bowl. Although this was depicted with fruit, we're going to turn it into a vegetable bowl, keeping it rustic but yet very simple. This one is Autumn Cottage. It's absolutely beautiful. It's got a large pumpkin in the center with some corn sheaths and a little knotted detail. That's absolutely stunning. There is also some wonderful leaf work on this mold and some seed heads. It is really, really beautiful. So I'm going to use that mold today. I have pulled out one or two from the back catalogue. I've got Verdes, which I've used many times. That's great leaf work. And we've also got oak leaf and acorns, my absolute all-time favorites. And I've pulled another one out from a long time ago, 2023, I think this was. And that is another pumpkin mold, which is called Hello Pumpkin. So these will all work really beautiful for my project. I decided to work with IOD Air Dry Clay just because it's a curved surface. Should you be working with a resin, you would have to take it out of the mold premature to try and bend it round. You won't get good connection to all of the curves on the mold. So Air Dry Clay is perfect for this kind of project. And I'm going to be using some cornstarch just to dust the mold so that I get easy release on each one of these designs. I have half a dozen of my moldings now cast and on my thin mount ready for application. One thing that I would say is don't cast everything that you will need. You want to work with the paper clay whilst it's still pliable, especially for the curved surface. The other thing that I would suggest is try and prop your project up on something comfortable so you've got a good eye line for the composition of your project. Maybe we can start with this in this wooden bowl. Yeah, I can kind of start with this on the side, work my hero piece on the center, and then work around the edges Probably I'll have to drop the bowl back down so that I don't squash anything. I will be using a good quality wood glue to the back side of the molding so there's less cleanup on the surface, ready for the painted finish a little later on. All of my moldings are now in place on my large ceramic bowl, and I am super happy with the overall composition of each one of these elements. So what's left to do at this stage is to go in with a coat of chalk style paint. This will help reduce some of the cracking to the air dry clay, although if that happens, it's only going to add to this project because it's a ceramic bowl, and when you fire clay, sometimes you do get cracking. So I've chose a color which I've mixed up, a chalk style paint, which is kind of an earthy color. I figure that this is autumnal. I want a neutral earthy color, and then we may add one or two other details a little later on. Well, it's funny how you add your top coats to your project and you can really see it for what it is. Now I feel like I've got this beautiful earthenware, stoneware vessel, which looks as if it's got some real age to it. So that has taken me in a slightly different direction. I've decided to use a two-part crackle product over a few of the areas of the outside of the bowl, and I will be going in with a antiquing glaze just to hit some of the crevices and some of that crackle to give it real age and character.